Now, to speed the journey, each of you will tell 2 stories on the way to Canterbury and another 2 on the way back.
This is Harry Bailey, the innkeeper here.
All kick a story. No, what about... Everyone take a straw. Shortest tells the next tale.
I was the best wife from Denmark to India and back.
Sir Knight, draw, if you will.
Oh, well, if I was Pope, I'd let all you shaveheads marry.
You don't like it, why don't you boil your bum?
We've got to get to Canterbury. Who'll tell the next story?
Where fierce wild beasts secrete their lair. Yea, both squirrel and buck, and as he spurred to north and east, I tell you, Sir Topaz, ill luck. Sir Topaz felt a love-longing, and when he heard the throstles sing, he spurred hard, as he should.
No more, please, no more. You're giving me brain ache.
You haven't interrupted anyone else.
That sort of poem isn't worth a turd.
It's the only poem I know.
Oh, come on, cheer up. You and me, we're the same animal. You know, perfect shape for a little totty to get her arms round.
Come on. Got to get on with our stories. I know this brilliant story, you see. Like, he gets this red-hot poker, and then she opens the window.
Hey!
There was once a leading citizen of Lombardy.
The merchant. He's been in hell for 2 months since he got married.
This fellow was prosperous, 60 and wifeless. Not that he abstained when he fancied a quick taster. And then, out of the blue, January, that's his name, decides he has to be married. I don't know if he got religion or was playing gaga. Day and night, everywhere he goes, he watches out for a bride.
Wedlock. It's so easy. It's so clean. She never stops, even if he's bedridden for the term of his natural. Not a day over 20. You can train a young one up like wax, warm in your hand.
It takes a truly outstanding citizen to take on such a young wife at your age.
I'm only grey on top. I'm a spring fresh tree in blossom, white on top, sappy below.
You have to ask yourself, is she a nagger? Does she spend your money? Does she hit the bottle? Can she control herself?
Nothing but bills, bother, boredom with mine, and nothing else.
All your clever talk. Turnips!
Man is cursed.
You see, January's mind is in the clutches of a potent fantasy. He sits at home and thinks through all neighborhood virgins. But he was only allowed one. She was called May. He evicts the rest from his heart. I won't waste time on the settlement, the writs and contracts. They went to church. And then on to the wedding feast. Everyone came to the party, especially Venus, goddess of love. Everyone's happy for the couple, except one, Damien, one of January's young squires. A viper in the master's nest, a treacherous blaze in the bedstraw.
Why doesn't everyone just go? A man can't hurt himself with his own knife. Can't sin with his own wife.
And so he labours until the break of day.
Somebody's a-coming in loud, now sing cuckoo, sing cuckoo.
And Damien, dying of desire, can only write his grief into a letter for her. Too ill to serve his master.
Have mercy.
She finds somewhere private and memorizes every word. Some women are tyrants with hearts of stone who'd leave him to die. Not May. She agrees to grant him a share of her favours, given time and place. Now, January, he owns this walled garden, but he alone holds the key. I doubt there's ever been such a magnificent garden. Even the gods Pluto and Proserpina play there. Lady Luck, you're a slippery scorpion. You lead him on only to...
I'm blind. I'm blind.
After a couple of months, he finds a way to live with him. But she never goes anywhere, anytime, unless his hand is on her. They think their hearts will burst. But January, he could see as far as a ship on the horizon and still not see enough. Blind or deceived, they're all the same. Once May gets hold of that key, Damien, he knows what to do. Shh.
I know I'm jealous, but I'd die on the dagger's blade before I ever hurt you.
Put me in the sack and chuck me in the river if ever I bring scandal on you or my family. Anyway, it's men are always putting it about.
Women. Strumpets, the lot of them. The moment that wife starts any funny business, husband's going to know.
You think so? A man can see things with both eyes open, and a woman can still face him down.
I'm warning you.
Look at those pears. Oh, I'll die if I don't have one. You know, women in my condition.
Oh, what we need is a boy to climb up.
You just take hold here. I'll just... Yes!
Ladies, I'm sorry, what can I say? I'm a basic sort of bloke. They, you know, he...
May? May? You slattern! What are you doing up there?
Oh. What's the problem? I've just cured your blindness. This is what they prescribed. Me, to wrestle with a man in a tree.
Wrestle? Wrestle? I'm not an idiot!
And this is the thanks I get for restoring your sight. Think! When you wake up in the morning, you only get outlines of things. It's all hazy, isn't it? It'll take a day or two. Careful. Men are always saying they've seen things, and it's nonsense. Silly old men.
Is January happier now? At least he's got a son and heir. Someone's son, his heir.
If you ask me, a man ought to think twice before he invites someone to share his hearth and home.
Us old men, it's no good. We're not ripe till we're rotten. We're over the hill, but still looking for adventure.
Who's ever seen something with grey hair and a fresh green middle?
Excuse me?
Now, look, here, a man shouldn't inquire into his woman's secrets. As long as he gets his plenty, he shouldn't worry about the leftovers.
My husband's get it at breakfast time, again at supper time. Just as long as they return the favour.
Oh, where are you going? Said Mallard to Harry.
Well, we may not tell you, said Knight to his squire.
We're off to the woods, said John the Red-Nosed.
We're off to the woods, said John.
You, matey, partner, tell us something funny, show us one of your tricks.
Yeah, we can stop for a quick drink.
A pardoner, brimful of pardons, hot from Vatican inkwells. He finds himself poor and gullible congregations. They pay to escape hell's fire. He keeps the money.
Maybe I'll have a slice of cake as well.
Very much. I like
blast of
listen
malty beer.
something we can learn.
I don't wish to hear anything uncouth.
Something moral.
Well, I'll just think up something couth while I...
Please?
I fear this may well be something unpleasant.
Whenever I preach, I always draw on the same text. The root of all evil is greed. I display my relics. Oh, that's what they take them for. The shoulder bone from one of Jacob's own sheep. The Jacob. It cures liver fluke in sheep, jealousy in humans. Use it in his soup and he'll never doubt his wife again. Even if he knows she's been blessed by a couple of vicars or three.
Mummy,
But good men, good women, one word of warning.
Stop.
If there's anyone here in church this morning who's so sinful, then I'm not letting him offer up to my relics. No power, no grace. Anyone who's free of sin, come right up and offer. Who'll be first? This little number's worth 100 smackers a year. Quiet, please! I'm about to begin! Please! Flanders, years ago. You know the sort of low-life type. Betting, brothels, beer.
God's body. Bless God's body.
And you should have heard their language. Lust, the fruit of drunkenness. Look at King Herod. He got so plastered he ordered up John the Baptist's head on a platter. All because of lust. Adam was cast out of paradise into...
On your toes, lad. Go see who's in the coffin.
An old friend of yours, sir. Sitting right there he was, and a creeping thief. Men call him Death. Ran a blade to his heart. Left without a word.
Just a mile off. He's killed every man, woman, boy, serf. The village is his now.
I'll find him. I'll go street by street.
Let's
swear an oath.
Our three brothers together till his death is dead.
If we catch him, death is...
They went straight towards the village.
Where are
Come on out, Death.
Face us.
He's going to die.
Did you hear that?
What is it?
Where's it coming from?
It's over there.
No, it's over there.
Let me in, Mother.
Who's this, say?
Some old slag. Let me in. Mother, when will my bones be at rest?
Who's this,
All nicely wrapped up, are we then?
God keep you.
What are you hanging round so long for?
Death refuses to take my life. I walk the earth, knock at my mother's gate, but she denies me the grace. God be
Not
with you
so
now.
fast. You must be Death's lookout. Where is he?
I left him over there, under a tree.
Come on, then.
He'll be waiting.
We'll have him now.
Follow me. We have to get this gold away from here back to my house. All of yours. But we're gonna have to shift it careful. Clever like. Longest runs to town and nice and quiet brings us bread and wine. Two of us guard the stash. Once it's dark, we get it out of here.
Thank you. I don't need to split it with them.
You know, mate, you can trust me like a brother. So if I suggested a way we could divide this little lot in half, would you say I was seeing you right?
He knows we're watching the gold. What will we say to him?
Are we talking or what?
You've got to let me have some poison.
Eh?
Rats. I've got rats everywhere. And polecat eating my capons. Ducks. What's this?
Yeah.
Ow.
There isn't a living thing that can swallow this. One tiny spoonful and live.
Some wine. Some bread. Yeah, that's nice. Some of that. Lovely, that's lovely.
Most kind.
Bury him later.
Can you shut it?
Sin, murder, blasphemy, wickedness, gluttony, lechery, gambling, greed. But dearly, dearly beloved, God forgives you your trespasses. For just gold or silver coinage, I also accept brooches, spoons, rings. You need only bow your head under this holy ball. Yes, yes, I'll take woolen goods. I just write your name here on my roll of honour, and your place is booked in the bliss of heaven. Here, why don't you start, mine host? Not expensive.
I'd rather kiss your bum. Fresh from the netty.
Now, you're nuts. Now, that's what I call a relic. I'd have them mounted in pig milk.
I don't know why I agreed to this silly game.
Temper, temper. Oh, better not joke with you.
That's enough. Sir Pardoner, cheer up, smile, forgive us. And you, Sir Harry, I beg you, embrace our Pardoner.
All things considered, I must say I've heard enough gloomy tales.
A squire, the knight's son. He's killed Frenchmen and infidels, all for his lady's love. He can joust and dance and versify, and most nights love keeps him up with the nightingales.
We don't want to hear about happy people, established people coming to grief. What about when a man starts off in the fields and makes something of himself?
Well said, sir. Spoken like a true gentleman. I have a son. He wastes himself playing dice, sniggering in a corner with a serving lad.
And this is a Franklin, a man for whom gratification of the senses is the highest mode of existence. In his house it blizzards meat and drink. He's also sheriff, justice of sessions, and knight of the shire.
You're in the purple hat! You're not going to get away without telling your tale!
I don't intend to break my
Ladies and
vow.
gents, we're only waiting for one more story.
I'm an uneducated sort of chap, lords and ladies, so excuse my simple sort of lingo. No. In Brittany, there was once a knight who loved a lady. Arviragus undertook many a labour in her name.
Never, as long as I breathe, will you suffer my jealousy. Never will I stand in your way.
Except in public, where his honour demanded he appear sovereign over her.
You grant me such freedom. I swear to God I will never cause any rift between us.
This much I know, ladies and gentlemen. Love cannot be fenced in by tyranny. Start laying down laws, madam, and love, he beats his wings and he is gone goodbye. Arviragus took Dorigen back to his castle. They lived in bliss until he took a ship to England and the field of combat. Dorigen wept for him, lost sleep, wept again. Her friends tried to comfort her.
You murder yourself without cause. I pray to you, dear God, preserve the life of my lord. For his sake, sink those rocks to hell. His ship will be wrecked. He will be killed. Look at them. They offer no home to man, to bird, or beast. Nothing but destruction.
Her friends saw there was no joy for her near the sea. They took her inland to a garden, a very paradise. Aurelius, a squire, had loved her for years, but never dared tell until...
Madam, take pity. A word from you kills or fulfills. I know my love is in vain.
Never did I realize how you felt. By God who gave me soul and breath, I will never be your lover. Aurelius, the day you remove stone by stone all the rocks of Brittany, that's the day I will be untrue.
Is there no other way?
What pleasure does a man take in life if he makes love to another man's wife?
5-fathom flood to cover the tallest rocks of Brittany.
His brother found him and forced him to rest and choose whether he lived or died. Arviragus was home. It never so much as crossed his mind to ask if any man had spoken of love to his wife.
Brother, there are ways, sciences, that men use to conjure strange visions. If we can find one, someone who understands the magic of the planets, he could create an illusion, make the rocks disappear. Dorigen will be honor bound to keep her word.
I know why you have come.
They saw wonders sitting there motionless in his library.
Your recompense, we should discuss it.
Removal of all the rocks of Brittany from the Gironde to the Seine? At least £1,000.
1,000? I'd pay you the whole round world. Consider it agreed.
You will have to sell your inheritance.
We must leave tomorrow.
He worked night and day to find the most propitious moment. He calculated, and once he'd pinpointed the first mansion of the moon, he charted the rest by proportion.
My lady, in a garden once, you made me a promise. I have done as you commanded. You will find me waiting in the garden. It is now for you to decide whether I live or die.
It is against all the force of nature. I would rather lose my life than surrender my body to shame.
Is there nothing else? Only this?
This is too much.
There is nothing more important than truth. You shall stand by your promise. Go to him. You shall tell no one of this misadventure.
Where are you going?
To the garden, to keep my promise as my husband instructed.
Madam, tell your husband. He shows great nobility. He would rather suffer the shame than that you should break your word. I would rather continue my agony than force apart the love between you. I release you.
A squire can be as noble as a knight.
So, Arviragus and Dorigen lived out their lives in utter bliss. But...
Master, I have never yet failed to pay a debt, but I beg of you 2 or 3 years' respite.
Did I not keep my covenant with you?
Certainly, truly, in full.
Have you not possessed the lady?
No! No.
Aurelius told him.
Each of you has behaved as nobly as the other, but a scholar can behave as well as either of you. Sir, I release you. I have been paid.
And I ask you, lords and ladies, who was the finest gentleman? Which do you think? Hey, hey?
Canterbury, Shrine of the Martyr. But whatever you do, don't take me too literally.